Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Right. So jumpa lagi in lesson 09 week 10. So this is part 2 of lesson 09 week 10. Okay, so previously in part 1 we stopped here, right? So we stop here until updating rows based on another table. So for part 2 we will continue from this lesson agenda, removing rows from a table, delete statement and also truncate statement. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's move to the next slides. Okay, so for removing a row from a table, right, so we can remove, let's say we want to remove this row from departments tables, so we can move using a delete. And after we delete a row from the departments, okay, so the rows is no longer here. Alright, so what is the SQL statement? Okay, let's move to the next slides. Okay, so for the delete statement, it's also quite simple. You can remove existing rows from table by using the delete statement. Alright, so delete from table, the condition here, right? So this is the statement, and let's move to the next one. Okay, number 1, if you want to delete a row from a table, specific row are deleted if you specify the where clause. Okay, if let's say we put where clause here, right? So delete from tables department where department names is equals to finance. Okay, if in these situations, okay, it will delete a specific row based on department names equals to finance. Alright, so if let's say we want to delete all rows in the tables, okay, so we just put delete from copy EMP, but please be careful, okay, it will delete all rows in this table, okay, compared to this one. Okay, so we want if you let's say you want to delete a specific rows, please make sure put a where clause. Right, next, move to the next slides. Okay, deleting rows based on another table. Okay, we can also delete rows based on another table using a subqueries. Right, so like the previous example also. Okay, so just put a delete from this is the table name, copy EMP, where department ID is equals to, okay, we put a subquery here. This is a subquery. Okay, select department ID from departments where department name is equals to, we use like here, public. Okay, so the output is 70. So the sequels or the statement will delete all the department, will delete all the department ID equals to 70. Okay, so this is what we call as a delete a specific row, because we are using where statement here, but we can delete the row based on another table, okay, based on the department table here. Okay, let's move to the next one. Truncate a statement. Okay, quickly removes all rows from a table. A more efficient methods of emptying a table and the table structure intact. Okay, this is very important. The table structure intact, so it's not damaged. Is a data definition language. It's actually data. It's part of data definition language statement rather than DML. Okay, but then it's okay. And later we can see the word truncate in the DL and in the next lessons. Okay, so the syntax is like this. So truncate table, and what is the table name? So for example here we want to truncate table copy EMP. Okay, so it will removing rows from the truncate statement is faster than removing them with the delete statement. Okay, truncates and deletes, it look like same methods, but the difference is truncate is more faster than the deletes. Okay. Right. So removing rows with the truncate statement is faster than removing them with the delete statement for the following reason. The truncate statement is a data definition language, is a DDL statement and generate no rollback information. Okay, this is also quite dangerous, rollback. Truncate a table does not fire the delete trigger of the table. It's just truncate the table. Okay, so this is the reason why. Okay, next, move to the next statement. Okay, so we have another lesson again dah here. Database transactions control using commit, rollbacks and also save point. Okay, so this is lessons from chapter transactions management. Okay, so before this we only learned about the theory, but then now we can see example based on SQL. Okay, next. Database transaction. Right, database transaction consists of one of the following. Okay, DML statement that constitute one consistent change to the data, one DDL statement, and one data control statement. So we have 1, 2, and 3 here. Okay, so for the transaction, for the database transaction. Next. Alright, database transactions starts and end. Okay, begins when the first DML SQL statement is executed and with the one of the following event, either a commit or a rollback, okay, statement, and a DDL and also DCL statement execute automatic commit and the user exit SQL developer or SQL plus and the system crash. Okay, so this is already explained in our topic transaction management. Okay, so basically the transaction is either the transaction is success, commit, or crash, or maybe uncommitted. Alright, so the after one transaction ends, the next executable SQL statement automatically start the next transactions, and a DDL statement or DCL statement is automatically committed and therefore implicitly ends a transactions. Okay, so either the transaction is automatically started or committed. Right, so let's move to the next slides. Advantage of commit and rollback statement. Okay, this is just something like our previous lessons. With the commit and also rollback statement, you can ensure the data consistency. Okay, this is one of the element in the transactions, to make sure to ensure that the data is consistent and preview data changes before making changes permanent. Okay, so we can preview the data first before we make a changes to a permanent, and group logically related operations. Okay, next. Okay, this is the explicits, controlled by user transaction control statement. Okay, so we have we have time here, like the previous examples. Okay, we commit the transactions, and we can delete, we can put a save point, and we can insert, we can update the save point, and also we can either roll back or roll back to either save point A, save point B, or roll back to the first transactions. Okay, this is explicit, controlled by the user, by us. Next. Okay, commits. Okay, I think we're going very fast in this statement. We have already discussed this statement. Okay, so ends the current transaction by making all pending data changes permanent. Okay, when we put commit, meaning that we want to ends the current transactions. Okay, save points names Okay, we want to what? We want to mark the save point within the current transaction. We want to put a checkpoint, something like what we call as a checkpoint before the CP, checkpoint. And rollbacks, rollback and the current transaction by discarding all pending data changes. We can roll back to the previous save point. And the other one is rollback to save point. Okay, rollback to save point, roll back the current transaction to the specified save point, thereby discarding any changes and or save point that were created after the save point to which you are rolling back. Okay, so we can move back to the save point, right? If you omit to save point clause, the rollback statement rolls back to the entire transaction. Okay, if let's say we omit the save point to save point, okay, the transaction will roll back to the entire transaction, maybe to the first statement, to the start statement. Because save point are logically there is no way to leave the save point that you are created. Okay, next. Okay, you can commit to a save point. Save point is not ANSI standard SQL. Okay, let's look into the example here. Okay, rolling back changes to a marker. Okay, create a marker in the current transaction by using save point. Save point is a marker. Marker is what? Okay, for example, it's a checkpoint. It's our checkpoint. Okay, roll back to the marker by using the rollback to save point, rolls to the nearest checkpoint statement. Okay, so we can put something like this. Okay, update, and then we put save point, put the name here, update done, and insert. If let's say we want to roll back, we can roll back to this nearest save point, names as a update done. Okay, so in this situation, the rollback will not roll back to the entire transaction. Okay, so this is the example here. Okay, number one, we update the copy employee. Okay, we update, and then we set the first name is Izatul, let's say for example, where employee ID is 305. And after we update, we put save point here and put the name update done. Okay, so this is success. And then after that, we make another transactions and insert into value, copy, employee, blah, 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 value 308, Amila, Zatul, and this row will insert. But if let's say we want to roll back, we can roll back to the nearest save point. So roll back to update done. Update done is here. So the save point names as update done. So we can roll back to the nearest save point. So, okay, instead of we roll back to the entire statement here. Okay, so this is the rollback changes to a marker. So the marker is using the save point statement. Okay, next. Next. Implicit by server transaction processing. Okay, an automatic occurs in the following circumstances. A DDL statement is issued, a DCL statement is issued, normal exit from SQL Developer or SQL Plus without explicitly issuing commit or rollback statement, and an automatic rollback occurs when there is an abnormal termination. Okay, so this is called as a implicit. If let's say the server or the PC, or maybe like our previous example, the ATMs abnormally terminated, okay, it will automatically roll back to the current situations following the circumstances. Either is a DDL statement or also DCL statement. Okay, let's move to the next one. Next slides. States of data before commits. Okay, this is also already covered in this transaction. Okay, refer to the transaction management topics. Okay, the previous states of the data can be recovered. The current user can review the results. Other user cannot view the results. And also the effects of row are locked. We use a locking mechanism before this 2PL, two-phase locking and so on. Okay, this is also been covered in chapter transaction management. Okay, let's move to the next one. It's quite fast here. Okay, state of the data after commit. Okay, data changes are saved in database. When after you commit, automatically the data will save in the database. The previous states of the data is overwritten. Okay, so it will override all the previous states, and all user can view the result. Okay, when we commit, all the user in the environment in the database can view the results. Logs on the affected rows are released, and those rows are available for other user to manipulate. Okay. So when we commit, it's something that we unlock. We unlock. Before this, we used to lock and also unlock. When we unlock or commit, okay, so other transaction can manipulate the available rows in our database, and all save point are erased. Okay, so there's no more save point. It can be considered is done because we already commit the statement. Okay, next. Okay, this is also refer to topic transaction management. Okay, next slides. Okay, committing the data. Okay, make the changes. Okay, delete from employees where employees ID is equal 999999. Okay, so this will affect only one row, and insert into department. Okay, values 290, corporate tax null, and so 1000, and immediately you can create you can put commit. So when we put commit here, all this data will will save. All right. Okay, a rows is deleted. a row is deleted from the employees table, and the new row is inserted to the departments table. The changes are saved by issuing the commit. So this is a commit here. Right. So number one, the row is delete. Number two, it will insert a new number, a new values, then commit. After commit, it's considered to be safe. All right, next. Okay, states of the data after rollbacks. Okay, discarding all pending changes by using the rollback statement, data changes are undone. Okay, we can undo the data that we changed previously. Previous states of the data is restored, and logs on the affected rows are released. Okay, so we can use something like this: delete from copy, and can put rollbacks. Okay, all the changes, and discard all pending changes by using the rollback statement. We can undone again. Okay, next. Okay, state of the data after rollbacks examples. Number one, we insert the value here, and we commit. So when we commit, is considered safe. Then we insert another value here. Okay, insert into copy, right? All the data, all the values here, and immediately we have to roll back. So we can roll back again here. If let's say you want to undone. Okay, so okay, so the rollback here will roll back here. So we can check again the data. So maybe here is 404, here is 400. And when we roll back, it will get again the data here. So we can see the new and also the all data. So this is the functions of rollback. If let's say we want to undo or undone the transactions. Okay, next. Okay, state of the data after rollbacks examples. Okay, so for example, we delete to 25,000 rows, and after that we roll back. Rollback is complete. So if let's say we roll back, this is considered not done. Okay, and we delete from test where ID is equal to 100. Okay, one row is deleted. So when we select again, ID number 100 is no more, because here is already deleted. Okay, but when we put a commit, consider the transaction is completed. Okay, but if let's say we use rollback here, so the first time we roll back, the first time we delete, data considered done, but if let's say we roll back, we still can get the data here. So that's why we can still delete for the second time. And why we can delete here? Because the data is rolled back again here. So the delete first time is considered rollback, and then we can delete another statement here. But if let's say after we delete 100, the next statement is select, there is no row selected because this is already deleted. And if let's say we commit, okay, this is considered done. Okay, cannot be undone unless we can roll back again. Okay, alright, so hope you can understand. Next, let's move to the next statement. Okay, statement level rollback. If a single DML statement fails during execution, only that statement is rollback. Okay, the Oracle server implement an implicit save point. All other changes are retained. The user should terminate transaction explicit by executing a commit or a rollback statement. Okay, so this is the main issue here. Commit or rollback. Either we want, if let's say we satisfied, we want to commit, we want to save, then we commit. Otherwise, we can roll back again to the previous states. Alright, next. Okay, I think I just continue this lesson agenda for read consistent. Just matter of 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so let's proceed with the read consistency. Okay, read consistency guarantees a consistent view of all data at all time. Okay, so this is the keyword here, consistent. The keyword is consistent. Okay, changes made by one user do not conflict with the changes made by another user. Okay, because we want the transaction to be consistent. And read consistency ensure that on the same data, reader do not wait for writers, writers do not wait for readers, and writers wait for the writers. Okay, so who can write, who can read the data. So this is very important in the read consistent, because we want the data to be consistent. Okay, next. Okay, implement read consistency. Okay, number one is this. In this example, user A update employees, set a salary to 7,000, where last name is equals to Grant. Okay, so we will update here in data block and also undo statement. And select user B, select all from user A employee. Okay, it will read the consistent image here. So change and unchanged data, before change all data. So it will read again. So all this data block, either we change or not. Okay, so please make sure the data is consistent. Okay, next. Okay, for update clause in the select statement. Okay, so logs the rows in the employees table where job ID is SA REP. Okay, so we can log the rows. Okay, we can log the rows in the employee table. Okay, using for update clause. Okay, so for update clause. For example, select employee, salary, commission, job ID from employees where job ID is SAREP. So we can log this SAREP by using for update clause. So meaning that when we put for update, we want to log this SAREP, order by employee ID. Okay, this is just a matter of to sorting. Okay, so log is released only when you issue a rollback or a commit. So if let's say you want to release this log, you can put commit here. Okay, if the select statement attempt to log a row is too long, is the log. Okay, again, if the select statement attempt to log a row that is logged by another user, the database waits until the row is available and then return the result of the select statement. Okay, so this is like a transaction also. If let's say somebody log the table, okay, so the rest should wait until this transaction unlock and this one can log again. Okay, this is all the transactions in the transactions notes, right? Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, so for update clause, okay, you can use the for update clause in the select statement against multiple tables. Right, so still same, right? Use for update. So select employees from employees join. So meaning that, okay, we are using multiple table here. Okay, so we can use for updates. We can use for updates in multiple table. Okay, so this is multiple table because we join employees with department, with table department, table employees, and also table department. And we select using ID, where, and location. This is a basic SQL, and we can log this statement. We can log this statement using for update. Okay, then after that we use order by. Okay, so what happened here? Rows from both employees and also department tables, employee is here, department is here, are logged. Why logged? Because we using for update here. Okay, use for updates of column names to qualify the column you intend to change. Then only the rows from the specific tables are logged. Okay. Alright. So we can use this log. We can use this log, same as the previous slides. Alright. Next. Okay, this is the examples. If for this example, if let's say you see the black screen here, so this is actually we are using SQL plus. Okay, so this is the all the commands in the command prompt in the DOS version. Okay, so the statement is going to be the same. We can use for updates and so on. Alright, so this is another example just. Okay, so we can also use rollback here. We can use rollback to roll to the previous one. Okay, next. Okay, and then we can also update the rows. We can use to update the employees here. Alright, so this is just an example. Okay, so and with that, this is the summary for today. Right, so for this lesson, especially in the DML and data manipulation language, okay, this is the function that we can use in the DML. For example, inserts, update, delete, truncate, commit, save point, rollbacks, for updates, and so on. Okay, so with that, I think for this lesson, okay, you should learn how to use the following statements. Okay, I think this is done. So with that, I think thank you very much for listening, and hopefully you can understand. And for this part 2, I will end these sessions. Right, so maybe we can see in another lessons, in our last lessons, lesson 0, lesson 10, week 11, DDL after this. So with that, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Kita jumpa lagi.